fans, the Bulls, hey, listen, I will say this. The Bulls had some big lapses on defense, especially once the bench players came in. But what they've been able to do scoring wise, we're getting good Kobe tonight. When the Bulls have those things going for themselves, like I've been saying, it's difficult for any team to score with the Bulls. The Bulls are scoring very efficiently right now. We're getting good contributions from Kobe, which is one of the people I was worried about what his contribution was going to be. Levine is on another level tonight, right now. Levine and DeMar both with 18, 18 for DeMar, 15 from Zach, 10 from Vooch, 8 rebounds already from Vooch, 3 assists from Vooch. Kobe White with 8 points so far. Javonte Green, even though Javonte hasn't scored a lot, Javonte's activity, his head being up, is getting a lot of extra possessions for the Chicago Bulls right now. 5 points right now from the Bulls bench so far. I believe I said is the over or under 15 points for the Bulls bench tonight. So they got 5 so far. 3 of those from Matt Thomas, 2 from Troy Brown Jr. I wasn't expecting very much scoring from the bench, right? Was not expecting that. They're being right around where it was. Troy Brown Jr. with a plus minus of plus 18, even though he missed 2 wide open layups. Overall, the Bulls go into the half up by 13 points. I did not expect it to be, even if the Bulls play good, I did not expect it for us to go in with this type of lead this early on. We're out rebounding the Hornets by 4 rebounds right now. We have 14 assists on 23 made baskets. This is a good Bulls game right now. Good. I'm really proud of the way the Bulls are playing right now. Really proud. Let's go ahead and go. Ball movement exists right now. Listen, that is the one constant. That is what we're seeing when the Bulls, and even on one play, and hats off to Zach LaVine. I don't know if you guys noticed it on that play before half, the Bulls' last possession. Kobe started staying around. Zach talked to Kobe and directed him on which way to move without the ball. That's what we need from the team. That's the type of leadership we need from Zach LaVine more consistently. We need the players that everybody respects is to tell the other players, listen, what are you standing around for? Move your ass. And the fact that Zach did that for Kobe and that ball movement ended up getting us another basket before half, that's what we need from this team, and that's what we need to keep going. DeMar DeCurry. That is hilarious. Blah, right now. This team is much more fun to watch when they have effort on defense. Not perfect, but that's what I was saying in the pregame show. Listen, and I know people were saying, well, Alex and Caruso, that's your whatever. No, activity and effort on defense goes a long way. No, you're not going to be as locked down, right? You're not going to be the fifth defense in the league that the Bulls were ranked at one point. I think we got as high as number 2. You're not going to be that. But you can be solid on defense with activity and effort. Those 2 things can get you very far in the defensive end. J3 Cabrera, beautiful second quarter. Absolutely. Absolutely. Scocks, I see we showed up tonight so far. Listen, third quarters have been the Bulls' Achilles heel very much so. The Bulls outscored the Charlotte Hornets 30-16 in that second quarter, really blowing up that lead. We don't need to see a flip-flop of that in the third quarter. The Bulls need to keep their foot on their necks. I'm loving the defensive effort this game so far. This is the effort we need. Exactly. And that's what it boils down to. I understand when people say things like, well, without Kobe and that's your defensive movement, that's your defensive IQ. All that being said, right? And there's valid points, right? But there's still a lot to be said from a team that plays with effort on defense, for sure. For sure. James Jameson, Hill acting like Tony, man. Listen here. Yes, they got into Tony Bradley's popcorn before the game. Lax's first 3-point field goal since February 1st for DeMar and averaging 30 plus. Sheesh, DeMarvelous. Absolutely. Absolutely. Charlie, sorry. I'm nervous. A lot of turnovers and missed layups. They're also missing a lot of threes. The big 3 playing great, but Matt Thomas and Hill, listen, that's what you're going to get. They're into the bench players, right? They would not be playing at all if we had a full roster. It's going to happen. That's why I said, even in the pregame, even in my pre-recorded video today, can the bench do enough to not completely shoot the Bulls in the foot? Can they do that? The bench needs to do enough. Again, look what this league would be with Troy Brown Jr.'s 2 missed layups. But that's what you're going to get from them. But Troy Brown Jr. is playing solid on defense. Not great, but solid on defense. Julia says she loves her some Debo. Hey, I feel it. Tay Tollins, I love the energy from the team. Everyone looking good. Listen, That's what I'm saying. That's what you need, especially when you're depleted. This is what you need. Hoping we can put this away. Charlotte really isn't on our level. They're not. They're great, right? They're good. That young team is going to be good for a very long time, but they are not on the level when you have veterans like DeMar, like Vooch, like Zach. They should not be on our level. Doob swerving. First of all, I love that username. Secondly, playing with confidence, keep the pressure on them the second half. Yep, that's the Bulls played. They gave themselves a blueprint, right? They gave themselves a blueprint. Now we know one of the things with Billy Donovan has been adjustments coming out. I don't expect James Borrego to really. I don't like Borrego as a coach very much, so I don't expect him to be like one of the X's and O's that can really come out and out coach or outmaneuver Billy Donovan. But they do need to be on the lookout for that because hey, any team can. They haven't gone to the zone a lot, so that's one thing we need to look out for as well. Damn, I thought it was going to be one of those nights when Malcolm Hill and TVJ missed layups. Hey, it's always one of those nights for those two. One of those two at least. Do you think the Bulls are playing well or the Hornets playing bad? Because I see it's a mixture of both. But are they playing bad because of the activity on defense? To a degree, right? We can't blame it all on that. But the Bulls' activity on defense, I guarantee, is frustrating. Like that play that Kobe had on LaMelo, like who expect Kobe's defense has taken leaps, right? Especially when he was as bad as what he was. But that was a play I would not have expected Kobe. Kobe last year wouldn't have made that play on LaMelo at all. At all. Trust me, AK is looking to make a deal, but that's why he's in Charlotte right now, sitting to bro. I don't believe that. That's just GMs talking. MCCs, and I like what we're seeing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Breaking news tomorrow into the 3-point contest. Hey, I don't know about all that. Ricky Fontaine, please don't stop playing how we're playing. That is for damn sure. Damn sure. Voot 612 LO. He's got to dunk that shit. The hell with layups. Great game thus far. We must avoid the third quarter dip. Go Bulls. Yes. Yes. When is the buyout deadline? I don't really know. I honestly don't know that. I know there's a deadline where players have to be bought out by to be playoff eligible, and I don't know what that date is. Somebody correct me, but I think maybe it's like a week after the trade deadline because I don't think it's before. I know it's not before the trade deadline, so maybe it's like in like a week or two from now. Jonathan, Malcolm Hill plays good in garbage time, but he plays garbage on game time. Wow. G-O. Kobe's defense looking good. Absolutely, G-O. Absolutely, brother. Reginald Short, future of the East. Shy, Cleveland, Miami, Charlotte. And even Miami, I wouldn't necessarily call them the future because they have older players than those other teams. But yeah, it's looking like it. It's very much looking like it. And don't count out the Pacers yet, right? Only because, and not now, but the Pacers possibly, depending on what they do in 2 to 3 years, and Halliburton continuing to develop, could be somebody we need to look out for as well. Dunk Daddy. Bench really ain't doing it tonight. Keep in mind, everybody that we're playing off the bench now pretty much would not be getting any minutes if we had our full roster healthy. Like looking at the bench right now, let's see who would not be getting minutes on the bench if everybody was healthy. Malcolm Hill would not be getting minutes. Troy Brown Jr., he wasn't getting minutes before the COVID thing happened, but I don't know. Matt Thomas wouldn't be getting minutes. Troy Brown Jr., Tony Bradley's the only player on here who was getting consistent minutes when everybody was healthy, and that's because he's our only true backup big. So, yeah. Hill needs to slow down. He thinks he's Kyrie's handles, but he got default 2K handles. His job should be solely to play tough defense and outlet the ball and hit open shots. In that one game, Malcolm Hill showed that he can hit open shots, so. Yeah, it does have Bam and it does have Hero, but I'm telling you right now, as good as Tyler Hero is, he's not that good without having the players that he has around him. And like if you take Butler off, take Kyle Lowry off, a core built around Tyler Hero and Bam is a play-in team. So, but I see what you mean. I mean, and you trust the organization to continue. That's one thing that they have showed, right? They're going to continue build. March 1st. Is the buyout deadline, 5 p.m. Eastern. So there you guys go. Julia coming through with the facts. I appreciate you, Julia. My man Stephen A. Smith was the weak link. Listen, no, he's the missing link. Stephen A. Smith, oh, it's Black History Month. I can't say what I was about to say. Damn it. Damn it. That was a good ass comment, too. I'm not going to say it. It's Black History Month. Are you in for mock draft or scouting things, Haize? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, it's coming. It's definitely coming. Definitely coming. Dad in the building says, Hero, yeah, he can score, right? We see a lot of players that can score on teams that don't make the playoffs. But me and my dad don't disagree a lot on basketball opinions, but I get it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hero's a really good player, but Miami will always attract talent because of its location and business opportunities. That is true. And the front office. Bro, hey, I think you know what I was going to say. It's Black History Month. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. The Hornets will go on a run. Yeah, and I don't doubt that at all. How the Bulls respond to it is going to be key. How the Bulls respond to it is going to be key. Haize, do you see another dynasty with the Bulls in the next? That I see. I don't use the word dynasty lightly. Like the Bulls can make the playoffs for the next 10 years in a row, and I wouldn't call it a dynasty. To me, you have to be a championship contender and make it. Let's say you have to be a championship contender for 5 to 6 years. And at least 2 to 3 out of those years, you have to actually make it to a title. So I'm not willing to say that until we actually see it. Not willing to say that right now. Do you think we make? I don't think so. I don't think that we make a move. I don't expect it to well, not that type of, not a trade. Maybe a buyout, and now we have to March 1st, according to Julia. So Petty come out on Stephen A. Smith. Listen, I've been trying to contain Petty, especially on the live streams. I've really been trying to contain Petty. So, but you know, he almost just came out for sure. But it's Black History Month just saved Stephen A. Smith from being cyberbullied. I watch Miami. Jimmy Butler is the best player in the league. No, he's not at all. But hey, to each their own. To each their own. To each their own. The best player. Wow, the best player in the league. Oh, wow. Hey, Haize, Elite Killer 2020. Listen, I just started the Twitter for Chicago Bears Central. So if you are a Bears fan, go and follow that because we got content coming soon. We're going to go ahead and get back to the game. I will catch you guys after the game. Like I said, I may not be live right after the game like I usually am, but it will be a live stream. So stay peeled. Click the notification bell. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not. We're out. Love you guys.